Watchers, let's go back a bit. Good day, Watchers. I'm walking up a Christmas video today, a Merry Christmas or whatever. And I'm going to do the Christmas films I've got on Blu-ray and 4K. I did this like last year. I think I did it last year, but I think I did it last year. I must have done it last year. I know I did it. I've done it quite a few times, but this is a new one, of course. I've uploaded some old ones. I re-uploaded my old ones, so this is a new one, 2022, of course. So the first one I'm going to start with is, it's just random. I'm not going to do some horror films, animated, whatever, comedy. This one I saw a while back now. Silent Night, Deadly Night, part 1 and 2. Christmas type of horror films. Well, they are, you know, festive, in the same kind of like festive thing. So the first one's pretty good actually. I enjoyed it. The second one's bonkers as hell. Bad the acting and stuff, but it's a fun movie nonetheless. So that's the first one. I'm not going to go for the whole story suite one because that will take forever. That'll be like an hour video. So it's yeah, I did review. I think I did a review on both films, but I'm trying to upload that. I'm pretty sure I did review them. Sometimes you do a video, you completely forget if you've reviewed them. Sometimes I've got to look back and yeah, it's one. They're not the best films ever made, but they are fun to watch. So, Silent Night, Deadly Night, 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. I think they're bringing the third one out on Blu-ray now. Yeah. And this one I got. This is a Slasher Classics collection. It's New Year's Evil on Blu-ray. Another pretty good horror film, 1980. I think I've reviewed this one too. Like I said, I deleted my videos a while back, my other ones, and I've been re-uploading some, so re-uploading them. There's a reason why I did that for. Anyway, so it's a good horror film though. It's not my favourite one, but it's a fun 80s Christmas horror films in the festive, you know, whatever. This is not horror. This is an animated film, a bit like Toy Story or Polar Express. It's a film called All for Christmas. All for Christmas. I've only seen this once, but I liked it. I need to watch it again. Really well animated. I thought the animation was top notch. Good characters and it's nice and colourful. It's got charm about it. It's great. So it's called All for Christmas. This is I don't know what year it is now. I didn't know it was that old. 2011, 2012. It's a 10-year-old film. I'm a bit surprised by it. I didn't know it was that old. Mad. I've seen these ones already. These ones are great. I've been watching these actually. I watched the second one yesterday and the first one the other day. So it's Billy Bob Thornton is Bad Santa on Blu-ray. This stars John Ritter and the late Bernie Mac. Actually, they're both on this film. It's crazy. Especially when you see they're both talking to each other and stuff. I can't believe they're both not around anymore. Both of them dead. It's crazy. John Ritter died just after when this film was released. Yeah, it's a good film. It's a funny movie. It's got a lot of swearing in it, and it's not a film you watch with your family and stuff. But it's funny. So yeah, maybe watch with whatever, you know, adults and stuff. So Bad watched this yesterday. Bad Santa 2. Or last night, whatever. This film didn't do quite as well. Didn't get quite as better ratings, but it was well ratings. But it's a film that I actually I liked it. It's still funny. Funny as F, yeah. It's definitely funny. It's got a lot more. It does push it a little bit more than the first one, certain scenes. But it's a funny movie. I enjoyed it. And he's great in it. They're all great in it. That guy makes me laugh. It's very naive and stuff. It's funny. Very innocent and stuff like that. It's just funny. He doesn't swear or anything, and it's just funny. He's like the most innocent one out of all the characters. He's funny. It's just funny. So yeah, Bad Santa 2. Okay, Home Alone, the first one. Fantastic movie. It's totally good for 30th anniversary 4K. This is John Hughes. It's a Don Huge film, or it's John. So anyway, it's directed by Chris Columbus. Stars Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, John Hurd, and Catherine O'Hara. Music by John Williams, and yeah, it's a good movie. If you want to watch a really good slapstick kind of movie, I would say a bit like the Three Stooges with the stunts and stuff and the injuries and stuff. It's just a fun movie, and yeah, it's a good movie. From John Hughes and Chris Columbus, Home Alone 2. I've only got these two. I don't care about the other ones. They made like a third one. I didn't really care about the third one, and they made the fourth one. It's awful. But this is returning characters. So Macaulay Culkin is back in this, and the Wet Bandits are back. And it was directed by Chris Columbus, and it's a film that follows the same footsteps as the first one, but now it's in New York, and it's a good movie. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still a good movie. I still like it, and the fact that Donald Trump pops in this pretty cool scene. Pretty funny. So yeah, awesome. Then we got How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This film I saw like a few days ago. It was last week I saw it. Well, like, it's a good film. It's, Jim Carrey, of course, is in this. Of course, he plays the Grinch, and he does a really good job. Even if he didn't enjoy being in the suit and everything. I mean, yeah, I kind of get it. I do get it actually, but because you're in a makeup thing for like 2 hours doing 2 hours of makeup. I mean, you can see by the film has so much. It's a fun movie. It's directed by Ron Howard, of course, who does a really good job with these. He's a good director. I mean, Solo Star Wars, so I think that's underrated. I really enjoyed that. And he does a good job on this. He did films like Backdraft and films like that. And this is one of my favourite films of this, but he does a really good job with the production is pretty good. I just love the old look of it. I like the old look of it. It looks good. It's a good looking film too. And Jim Carrey, the effects and stuff are pretty good. So for a 1999 film, still a good looking film when you watch it. Pretty good. And then we've got, this is a good film, really. Dudley Moore stars Dudley Moore, Santa Claus the movie. This is a great movie. I really do like this. The music, the fun. It's a fun movie. The guy who plays Santa does a good job. Really good job. Because you kind of get that. You kind of think, when you see my Santa, you feel that a little bit. You feel like, oh, that's I can see my Santa Claus in real life, but he plays the part well. Dudley Moore plays the part really well too. I can't believe he's been dead for 20 years now. Crazy. Directed by Zenot Sizwak. And it's got her from Keeping Up Appearances. She's in it. Oh, hi, friend. Richard. So yeah, Black Christmas, the original one. I've never seen that actually. The 2020 film, was it 2019? I know I saw bits of that. Yeah, this is the original 1970s slasher movies. Yeah, it's a film that you don't see much of the killer, but that's what works about it, because all you know is that someone's in the house and it's creepy. And yeah, it's a good film. If you ever seen Black Christmas, check it out. It's a good Christmas horror film where you don't see the killer much, but you know he's in the house, and yeah, awesome. And then I got the remake, 2006 remake, I think it was. It's got her from Buffy, and this film I actually didn't mind at all. I enjoyed it. I saw it last year, the year before. I had it a while then. I think I watched it last year. I didn't review it though. You can't really get it on Blu-ray over here yet, but there's a lot of films you can't get on Blu-ray over here. That's why I've got to go on eBay all the time to wait for it to come on Blu-ray or get it from, whatever. So yeah, it's not as good as the original one, but it is what it is. This one I did like. This is a good film. Stars William Shatner, George Boozer, Adrian Holmes, Michelle Nolden, Jeff Clark. A Christmas Horror Story. This film is great. I admit there's a scene in this film I'm like, a chase scene. I'm thinking to myself, lucky guy. Lucky guy. It's got Krampus in it. It's got Santa who kills zombie elves. So it's like his evil elves. It's insane. The film is. You watch it again. This film is insane. In a good way. It's violent. It's pretty well done actually. And yeah, if you want to check it out. It's not your typical Christmas horror film. That's for sure. It's very, very violent, and Santa Claus kicks ass in it. So yeah, I got Grimm. This is like a black comedy movie. It's a film that I really do like. It's got some creepy ass moments that I remember watching them. And gee, this film's especially when they turn into gremlins, like the Mogwais, and it's gooey and it's creepy. The gremlins are pretty creepy, but they're funny at the same time. Um, I heard they was going to make a sequel, but I'm not sure. It's directed by Joe Dante, of course. He does a really good job on this. I remember watching as a kid that that creepy music in the beginning where well it was the beginning of that, like, I ain't seen it for a while now. And then they got the Polar Express on Blu-ray. This is Tom Hanks movies, Robert Zemeckis. 2004 film this is. Can't believe how far back this film is too. Tom Hanks does quite a few voices in this. He does quite a few voices in this film. I heard about why I was like, oh, just quite like, So yeah. So anyway, it's called Polar Express, and yeah, it's a really well animated film. It's a fun movie, nice and Christmassy at the same time. And I like the trainer too, on the trainer, whatever. So and the trainer, of course, awesome. Yeah, so it's a good film. You're gonna check it out. Check it out if you want a good, pretty good. Not my favorite Robert Zemeckis film. I'll have to Back to the Future. But yeah, Polar Express. The next one is Elf. This film's great. I remember watching it years. When I first watched it, I was like, I can see why people like this film. It's funny. It's really light-hearted. Will Ferrell is funny as heck. James Camp, great. He's just passed away, of course. Well, not that long ago, anyway. I can remember watching it. I thought this film's funny. I can see why people like this film. Light-hearted, fun at the same time, and yeah. So yeah, it's a good film. It's a classic freaking movie now. So yeah, Elf. Now this one is to me is a bloody classic for from the 1980s. Raymond Briggs, The Snowman 30th Anniversary on Blu-ray. I love this movie. I still love this. I think I watched it last year, and I just sat there and thought, this is so good. Still a good movie. And some people today will be like, what's the big deal, But watching this as a kid, but in the 80s, my God, it falls. When you see the sad part at the end of it, it's just. And like I said before, it's a film that I had to tell a story without using words. I mean, some films are kind of like, you can have words, but not understand the story, which is true. I've watched quite a few from the thing. What the hell was that? No, you when you watch a film, you didn't quite understand. You just didn't get it. Well, this film, you watch it, you think, I get it. You understand it. It's a simple movie about friendship and stuff, and I suppose about dying and stuff, and losing someone. Kind of like, and it doesn't use words. It just uses like action and animation and fun and an adventure and the characters' relationship and stuff like that. And it's a fantastic movie. I don't usually explain things too well, but yeah, like I said, it's a good movie about a snowman that takes a kid on a wild ride on adventure and stuff like that. And like I said before, it's about death and stuff, I suppose. Like I said, but that's it. Yeah. So anyway, so it's Snowman on Blu-ray. Awesome, good one. It stars Jim Broadbent, Ralph Spell, and Warwick Davis, who plays like one of the Ewoks in Star Wars. Wicket. This Get Santa. This is a great movie. This is funny as heck. It's funny. This is another film that does really well for the humour and stuff. There's no vulgar in it. It's light hard. It's fun. It's got some decent. It's got a decent casting to the guy. Jim Broadbent. Oh my God, fantastic. He plays Santa pretty well. So yeah. Anyway, it's called Get Santa. It's really good. It's good. Then you got Arnold Schwarzenegger film Jingle All the Way. Good movie. It's not one of the greatest movies of all time. They made like a sequel on that. I was like, nah, I don't care. I'm happy with just the first film and that's it. So yeah, it seems like you had a lot of fun making this movie too. Get Santa. The National Lampoon's Vacation. Christmas Vacation. Awesome. That's a classic, that one. Christmas Vacation, love it. It's funny. You get it on Blu-ray, but it's like cut. I think it's the cut version. We watched the uncut version. It's better. If I open this up right now, I find the Christmas Vacation. It's that's rated 12. Is it rated 12? When you go in HGV, it's not rated PG, which is weird. Film called Rare Exports. I'm getting a bit through this quick now because I'm like, this is a foreign horror film about Santa and stuff about. Well, yeah, I saw this. I can't remember last time. I saw this last year, the year before. And the film has a little bit of a twist on the evil Santa stuff, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, it's called Real Sports. Definitely check it out. It's a good horror film. That a film called I've seen this for a while, and I need to watch this again. I'll probably watch it this week. Better get out. Better watch out. I know this is really good. I was like, God, this film is so good. It's a twist on the whole psycho killer thing. It's interesting. Wasn't it? Go, Jesus Christ! Wasn't expecting that. Yeah, if you never check it out. It's got an interesting twist on who the crazy about trains, planes, and automobiles set in the festive period. These two have got great chemistry, great movie. John Hughes film. I'm always saying John Hughes. I have no idea. It's just where I am. The car scene's funny, but these two have fantastic chemistry. There's supposed to be like a 3-hour movie or something like. There's cut a lot of bits off. I'd love to watch them though, the deleted scenes. Because that'd be a lot of deleted scenes when you think about it. But yeah, it's a film that just you still watch it over Christmas. It's still freaking funny. Doesn't matter how many times you watched it, it's still funny. Steve Martin, John Kander, trains, planes, trains, and automobiles. I keep saying trains, trains, and automobiles on Blu-ray. Fantastic. Another Jim Carrey film from Robert Zemeckis, A Christmas Carol. Another really well animated movie. It's not one of my favourite movies of his, but whatever. Well, it's a film that's really animated, and Jim Carrey does a really good job of the Scrooge. Is the voice acting for the Scrooge. Can't remember. Is this 2000? How old is this film anyway? I have no idea how old this film is. It must be 2008, 2000. I have no idea. And so yeah, Christmas Carol. It's like an updated version of Christmas Carol. It's Scrooge. Bill Murray, directed by Richard Donner. This is a great movie. I really like this one. He plays Scrooge so well. And the film still has some good effects, and it has quite a lot of light-hearted moments in it, heart and stuff. And yeah, it's just a good movie. And Bill Murray just does a really good job as Scrooge. It really does. It does have some very, very good moments in it. I just think, especially the fairy in it. The fairy keeps punching more times. Just the fairy. Christmas past, Christmas present, Christmas future. It's just fantastic. So yeah, if you want to check it out, if you've never seen it, check it out. The Nightmare Before Christmas. I haven't seen this for quite a while now. I need to watch it again. I know it's got some good music too, and the animation is like stop motion, which I like. I don't know. I can't remember what year. 2019. Is it 1990 film? 1990. I don't know what year. I can't remember what year. This is 1994. Can't remember now. Tim Burton's Nightmares Before Christmas collector's edition on Blu-ray. Awesome. I really like this one actually. I saw it a while back. Was it last year, the year before? And I just thought that was such a good story and a good movie. This film I was expecting not to be that good. Actually, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a cheesy, but it actually surprised me a little bit, especially the last bit. And I was like, that's interesting. The flying van and everything, and interesting. So it's called Christmas Eve, and I really like this one actually. This one I saw like last year, the year before. It's the One Number for Life. I really like this one. This is good. Stars James Stewart and Donna Reed. His performance in this is excellent. Really good performance. Solid performances. Man, that guy was such a good actor. It's a very, very, very old film. Is it 19... What year was this anyway? I can't remember now. It's a very old film. It's all in black and white, and it's definitely worth a watch if you want a film very Christmassy at the same time. Frank Capra's produced and directed by Frank Capra. Yeah, the story's really good actually. Right, the last one is a film that I really like. I've actually got this on 4K now, which you probably know by now, but it's a collector's edition of Krampus, the Naughty Cult, on 4K. This film I really like. It kind of feels like a Joe Dante film when you watch it. It's got really good practical effects and everything. It's got a good story. Yeah, I bought this on eBay a while ago. I had to get this on because I really like the film. And I've never actually seen it on 4K, but looking forward to watching it. It's got good solid performances. It's got good humour in it, and I like the ending to it where You think, oh, that's interesting. It's got an interesting ending. I was sitting there going, oh, that's interesting. I've seen it quite a few times now, but it's good. And I like the practical effects. I like the look of the Krampus in it. It looks a bit like Santa, but more creepier version of Santa. That's a cool cover. So yeah, anyway, people, here's my Christmas films on Blu-ray and 4K. Remember to subscribe to my channel. And like I said, certain things I was just getting through it quite fast, and so I was kind of like, okay, there's more, So yeah, so anyway, I hope you have a nice Christmas. Remember to subscribe to my channel, Richard Beauty and Prime and Richard Beauty and Gaming. I haven't really had much on that channel just yet, but I will get there eventually. Hopefully, who knows? We've had no snow yet, so it's a bit disappointing, but whatever. I mean, it's dry there, but it's cold, very cold. So remember to subscribe to my channel, Richard Beauty and Prime. Have a nice day, have a nice week, have a nice Christmas, and thank you for watching. See you later, people.